Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a brand new 2023 album review. And as you can see below the title, today we're going to be talking about the new album from the band Bury Tomorrow, entitled The Seventh Son, which is out now through Music of Nation Records. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Bury Tomorrow, they're, well, essentially a metalcore band based out of Southampton, England in the UK. These guys have been around since 2006. And I discovered Bury Tomorrow probably around 2014, 15, 16, somewhere around that. And I pretty much heard, I believe their album, it was Ruins or Earthbound. And ever since then, I was like a fan of the band since. And they've been putting out albums since their debut album, which came out in 2009, 2010, which is called Portraits. I thought it was a pretty good debut. And then they've had their second album, which was called The Union of Crowns, which came out in 2012. And that was signed. They were signed to Nuclear Blast after they left Artery, because it was around that time their Artery was trying to like change the band and stuff, and they were actually did like a US tour back in 2010 or so, and they were trying to like, and they were basically wanted them to like change their style and base themselves in the US, and they were like, no, we're not doing that, and they pretty much got fucking blacklisted. And that to me was almost where the band almost broke up at that point, and I think that was kind of shitty that ended up happening. So fuck Artery. But anyway, but Union of Crowns, really great album. And then, of course, we got 2014's Ruins, 2016 Earthbound, which I thought was pretty good. And then 2018's Black Flame, I thought was a really good album. But then of course, their last album, which came out in 2020, Cannibal, I thought was pretty good. But things changed around late last year or so when rhythm guitarist and clean vocalist Jason Cameron had left the band. And I thought, what are they going to do next? And then, of course, the replacement, he got replaced by two guys, which I thought was weird. They have rhythm guitarist Ed Hartwell and keyboardist and now new clean vocalist Tom Pendergrass, and I thought it was pretty good. And I know last year they released two standalone singles, and I was thinking, wow, this is the new era for Bury Tomorrow. And I think this definitely shows the band is pretty much back with new era, new lineup, and since they now bumped up to a six-piece instead of being five members, now there's six, and it's just wow. This is a pretty good album. One thing to note is the production on this album is great. Everything is where it needs to be. Let's just talk about like the vocals on here from Danny Winter Bates. His harsh vocals, I think, really gotten powerful over the years. I think his growls have gotten more intense, and his just high screams are just really powerful. It just really conveys and really gets your attention. And then the clean vocals from a new member, Tom, those are some really big shoes to fill after Jason had left the band, and I really think his clean vocals really shine on some of these songs, like Abandon Us, Bolt Cutter, Begin Again. Like, he shows that, hey, he's not trying to be Jason. And the guitar work on this album is tight. Ed Hartwell and Christian Dawson both come up with some really great riffs, and Christian's guitar playing is really great, has some really great leads, and Ed just really backs him up well with his riffs. The bass wise, David Fid really does a great job handling the bass. It's a little bit audible, and drumming wise, Adam Jackson does a really great job holding down the beats. So, and I pretty much rambled on for nearly 4 minutes. Let's dive into this album track by track. Now, starting things off is the title track, The Seventh Son. Now, I think this is a great opening track for the album. It pretty much shows like that you're going to expect from this album right from the get-go. Has a really kind of like soft beginning, and then it just hits you really hard. It has like really diverse parts. Like, it has like the calm parts and the heavy parts, and I just love that diversity within the first song. And then we get to the next song, which is Abandon Us, which is the first single from The Seventh Son. And it pretty much has that trademark Bury Tomorrow sound that they've had like over the years. And Danny's screams are fresher, and then the chugging riffs and the two-step kind of like chorus is really a great song, and really a great first taste of what you can expect from this album. Next song on the album is called Begin Again. Now, this song displays a really kind of a solemn tone in contrast, sort of like the aggression of Abandon Us. And then Tom really shines in this song, amplifying the track with the array of clean vocals ranging from ballad-like to almost kind of a arena kind of rocking away amongst sort of like the professional metal core that pretty much would get the listener's attention. Moving on to Force Divide. Now this song is insane. Musically and vocally, it's an intense song from beginning to end, and I also think like the clean vocals almost kind of like are a break from the intensity, so to speak. Moving on to Bolt Cutter. Now this pretty much has a really great choruses in the song, very anthemic, shreddy guitar riffs, and few crushing breakdowns that the band is known for. Vocally, I feel like Danny really puts in work on this song, has some really great screams that sound better than ever throughout, and Tom really steps into the big shoes that were left to fill, making the performances just really great, not trying to be anybody that he's not. Now, next up is Wrath. Now, this song is kind of similar to Begin Again. Now, this pretty much sees the band utilizing their melodic chops to create a powerful and emotionally driven piece that really just showcases what metalcore is. Then we get to Majesty. Now, Majesty is what I would consider to be kind of the ballad of the album. It starts off with a piano and some orchestration, and then Tom's clean vocals come in, and he puts like a lot of emotion into here. And pretty much I feel like this is a ballad up until the very end, and it really gets heavy and it really ends on a high note, and it really just shows that they pretty much have the they don't want to get too comfortable, and they just hit you right in the face. I just think it's great. Try not to let you get too comfortable and just surprise you right from the get-go. Moving on to Heretic. Now, this song is a rager, and I think this would really go well in the live setting. And it has a guest appearance from Laws Taylor from While She Sleeps, and has a really great chorus. It's just fun to sing along to. And I think this is a later in the album kind of highlight that will end up on like future set lists, and I'm just looking forward to that. Moving on to the next song, which is called Recovery. Now, this pretty much sees Dan delivering feeling like emotional filled screams, while Tom's cleans during the chorus are a bit more kind of like drawn out. Next up is Care. Now, Care kind of smashes you in the face with just no warning in the opening second chorus before tending to sort of like the wounds, and just I love how it goes back and forth, especially in that breakdown a little bit. And I just think it's just really a sick song. And then we close things out with The Carcass King. And this song is just really powerful and really just sums this whole album up with a bang. Pretty much love like from the breakdowns to everything. It's just fucking great. Now overall, The Seventh Son by Bury Tomorrow, really good album, a really new start for the new band. So I'd give this album a score. I'm going to give this probably a solid 8.5 out of 10. So yep, that's my review of the new Bury Tomorrow album, guys, and I'm looking forward to finally getting to see them live in Atlanta, Georgia, May 9th at the Masquerade. So hoping everybody's there. First time playing in the U.S. since 2010. I'm looking forward to that. I'm really hoping I can meet the guys, maybe get an interview with the band. Fingers crossed. So yeah, that's my review of the new Bury Tomorrow album, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and I'll see you all in the next video. And as always, keep it metal.